Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? It's obviously DriveClub VR, and we're gonna go for a ride a little bit. One cool feature about DriveClub VR is you can use Spotify, and while you're driving, you can listen to your Spotify. Um, I do have to admit that DriveClub VR does look much better and more responsive on PlayStation 4 Pro. What I mean by that much better, I mean is the fact that everything's more clear. I don't know if they're upscaling something within the resolution. I don't know about that, but it definitely, the response, and there's barely any latency here. There's none. I mean, as you can see, my head moving around. It's responsive as it can be. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and let's race. I will listen to some music, but you guys won't be able to hear this music, okay? I'm listening to a Hans Zimmer score, Man of Steel. You guys obviously cannot hear it, but I can hear it. The reason you cannot hear it is because it's HDCP protected, copyright. And even if I could play the music for you, it would be flagged, you know. But anyway, let's do some driving here. Let's do this. Let's start the event. Let's do it. We'll also do a replay as well. This is Alfa Romeo that I'm driving right now. It's just a better experience when you're listening to the music while you're driving. I highly recommend you do that. Use Spotify. And if you're wondering how do you open Spotify while you're driving, simple. Just press the PlayStation button, hold it, and the menu will show up. This is a single track tour I'm doing. Single race right here. And I am using a motion controller that's built into PlayStation 4 controller, and it's just better that way. Granted, having a racing wheel, it's better, of course. You know, if you have a racing wheel, it's going to be a much better experience. All right, let's see how well I did. All right, I did all right. All right. Now let's go check the replay. This is another cool feature about DriveClub VR is just the replay. It's so immersive. Like you really feel like you're inside the passenger seat, and you can check everything. You can look at his pedals, see the way I was driving. You can see the brake and the gas. You know, the reason he's not using the clutch because this is the automatic. And he does look like Superman, doesn't he? He does look like, what's his name? The guy who plays the Superman a little bit. And you can kind of lean back too, and like you can look behind him like that, and you get a better view of how you were driving. It's just kind of cool and interesting to look at, you know. By the way, if you're in market for PlayStation VR and you have a PlayStation 4 Pro, now PlayStation VR is available in most of the stores. You can find it at Best Buy, Target, Walmart. They are available. Amazon too. So if you're in the market for VR, they are in stores. You can get one. You can enjoy this and have fun. All right, let's go ahead and let's continue. The reason I'm recording this and I'm not live streaming it, it's because I don't want to live stream this and then I get some idiots on my channel. Here's the thing, I have no it doesn't bother me if some idiot comes in, threaten me, and saying this, saying that. It's just annoying, and it's annoying to you, and it's annoying to me. It's just an annoying experience, okay? So that's why I don't want to live stream this. I just want to do it like this. And if I do live stream next time, it'll be all the bad words will be flagged, meaning the person won't be able to write anything bad on there. So look, I'm trying to keep my channel filter free of these assholes. And I mean, we're all adults here, most of us. Most of my subscribers are adults, and we don't need some kids coming here and screwing up the experience for us. So anyway, let's do this. Ooh, this is a good one, man, right here. Let's check this out. BMW. Ooh, Porsche 911. Let me go with the BMW. This is nice right here. Let me go with this one. We'll use a factory. And you definitely should listen to Spotify when you driving. You should definitely do that. Like, the one thing I noticed, it's the reflection. It's so vivid and nice. Definitely PlayStation 4 Pro version. It's much better looking. There's no question about that. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's do it. So yeah, guys, if you're in the market for PlayStation VR, you should definitely pick one up. They're available everywhere now. I definitely highly recommend that you get one, especially if you have a PlayStation 4 Pro. And also, if there's so many cool games coming out. You got Farpoint coming out 3 weeks from now, May 16th. By the way, that Farpoint only works with aim controller. Right now, the game, it's all sold out. So you have to buy the bundle. You cannot play without a bundle. You have to have that aim controller. So you have to have that. And but that's okay. I mean, because the whole idea of the game is to experience it with your friend co-op, having that aim controller. I did put myself on the list. As soon as the bundle becomes available, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna pre-order it. I probably might not be able to buy it the day it comes out, but I'm sure, like, by the end of the month, like June, I'll be able to get one. You know, they'll have it either Amazon or in the store. I'm really looking forward to that game, Farpoint, because I've heard all sorts of good things. Currently, there are only 2 racing games available. You got the DriveClub and Dirt Rally. Both of these 2 games are awesome, and I highly recommend you get one. Actually, get both of them. If you can get them on sale, get both of them. Actually, you might see me breathing. That's because the microphone is like right next to my nose. And if you hear that, that's probably why. However, I am rocking some music, but you can't hear it. It's on my headphones. If you never experienced VR and you're like, this is your first time buying VR, you're really gonna be excited when you put this headset on and you drive this game. Because you will immerse yourself and transport yourself into this world immediately, like you're gonna be transported. Obviously, they all recommend that you get a controller, racing wheel controller, I'm sorry, because that's the best way to fully immerse yourself in a racing experience, is to get the controller. Oh, see, just like in real life, you lose it for 1 second, and this is what happened. And I know some of you are gonna ask, well, dude, why is it you're just playing so many PlayStation games? What happened to Xbox? As I mentioned, and I said it earlier in my videos, there are no exclusives right now for me to play on Xbox One, man. When was the last time they released an exclusive? Halo Wars. That's it. Come on. Look just how many exclusives PlayStation, Sony released within 4 months. It's ridiculous. And there's no excuse for Microsoft. Seriously, there's no excuse for you guys. You only have one exclusive, Halo Wars 2, coming out now. Within 4 months, this is it? Alright, let's look at the replay. Let me go over here, look at the replay. And this is my favorite part, man. Look, there's a Nitro right there. There's a Nitro. There's a Nas right there. It's very realistic. Especially if you're like into street racing and you like Fast and the Furious. This is a reason for you to get a PlayStation VR. You're definitely going to immerse yourself. But I highly recommend get a DriveClub. Dirt Rally, you can get it later on. But DriveClub VR is definitely... it's the best. It's the only racing game to go, honestly, right now. It has multiplayer, has a single player, has a free race. You can listen to Spotify. You can check out the replay like I am right now. I mean, it is cool. And I know some of you are going to be asking also, how do I feel about the VR technology? Well, I personally believe VR technology, it's taking off just like 4K is taking off. There's more and more VR devices. They're more affordable. Samsung Gear VR, you can get it for $75 if you have a Samsung phone. What else you can do? You got the cardboard, Google, YouTube thing where you can put it on and watch VR videos. I mean, everyone can experience VR. You don't have to spend so much money to experience VR. But a really good entry-level VR, I would say, is PlayStation VR. When you look at the competition, you look at Oculus Rift, you look at HTC Vive, it's just too expensive, you know. And it's not that much of a huge difference, honestly. Resolution is a little bit better, obviously, but it's not like huge, big difference, you know. You're still gonna have the same feeling as you are having here. You can like look around, look at your surroundings. So, you know. You see, you can see what I'm listening right now. I can skip. Hold on. That's pretty cool. All right, let's go right behind him, right here, so you can see what he's seeing. I mean, you really do feel like you are in this world. And that's one of the things I like about VR. It transports you to a different world, a world that you know you cannot be in, and you can live out the fantasy you want to be in. It's such a good way to escape from everyday BS, you know, and that's what I love about the VR. You get to escape from this everyday bullshit that you have to deal in life, and VR really does that for you. It's a really good therapy, like a mind therapy, if you will. And this is just the first step. It's just the first step in the VR technology. I think 20 years from now, the kind of VR we are going to be experiencing, it's going to be ridiculous. I don't think you're going to need even wear goggle. You'll have some sort of like holographic in the room experience where you're going to be like there. Like you're going to be there. Like it's going to be crazy. All right, let's do one more. And I'm going to end the video. By the way, that Hans Zimmer Man of Steel soundtrack, it's one of the best soundtracks I ever heard in my entire life. Really. I mean, movie was great. I mean, I know some people like it, didn't like it, but the soundtrack was just unbelievable. One of the best Hans Zimmer soundtracks I ever heard. Marussia Drift. This is a Russian car, I believe. Look at this car. It looks like a beast. Nice. Oh my god, it's like a tank. Sweet. I mean, look at the detail. I mean, look at this, man. Look at the reflection that you can see on the wheel. This is pretty cool, man. Cannot wait for Gran Turismo Sport VR. I know they're not going to release Gran Turismo Sport VR right away. They're going to wait a while. That's fine. Let them take their time. Let it make it good. Because we're still going to have 4K HDR to immerse ourselves in. But I cannot wait for Gran Turismo Sport VR. Whenever they release that, that's going to be amazing. And of course, Ace Combat 7 is going to be sick. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's do this. Ooh, this is fast. This is tough. This is a tough track. Look at these narrow corners. I guess I did okay. Cool. Let's just look at a quick replay. Let me just see how this car looks from a passenger point of view. Let's go right behind him right here so we can see it like that. That's pretty cool. It's almost like I'm behind, I'm like in the back seat. And that's why I'm giving you this perspective so you can see it. Yeah, I see I screwed it up here. And then here I finished it. Alright, let's do one more, and then I'm gonna call it quits. Here we go. By the way, that video is coming on Sunday. Video about quantum dot technology and all that. Okay, let's do this. Let's go to the Kyle right here. We'll use a Mercedes. I'll do one more and call it quits. keep in mind, it's a one thing you looking at this from here, and it's a whole other experience you looking at it through the lens of this VR. So trust me, it's definitely worth it. It's worth $400. Go out there and get this VR headset, man. There's plenty of VR. Look, there's plenty of VR PlayStation games for you to enjoy, and there's plenty of VR content, including YouTube, Hulu, Netflix, I mean, other third-party apps that support VR. So there's plenty of VR for you to enjoy on top of the games. So, not to mention, you can watch 3D Blu-ray movies. You can watch the Rogue One Star Wars on this VR headset, and it looks fantastic. So definitely worth it. Here we go. Let's see if I can make it to the first place here. I'll do my best and forget the rest. Alright. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that. He's trying to pass me. Well, it's not gonna happen, sir. That's not gonna happen. See, I can see him in the rearview mirror. Careful, careful. Come on, come on. Come on, Mr. 4K, you got this. You got this, man. Here we go. Now, some of you have been asking me about the MLB The Show 17. Am I going to do a video on that? Am I going to do some calibrations on that? I am planning on doing it, but when that's going to be, I don't know, honestly. I don't want to make any promises because I don't know. I don't know when I will be able to do it. When you see it, you see it. That's how I'm basically doing my channel. When you see something, then you see it. Yeah. Alright, let me pass this guy. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You got this. There you go. Bye-bye. See ya. I mean, if you are waiting for my approval for the MLB The Show, don't wait for my approval. The game, it's great. You should definitely pick it up. Especially if you're a fan of baseball, you should definitely pick it up. Graphically, from what I've heard, looks fantastic. Looks very accurate, very realistic. HDR on it. That, I don't know how that looks. That's why I'm gonna try it out, see how HDR and 4K checkerboarding looks on that game. And then I'll do some calibrations. But when that's going to be on MLB The Show, I don't know. Now let's look at the replay. Let's check the replay really quick. Alright, here we go. This is so cool. It really like you feel like you're there, you're like you're inside a car. You can see him on the rearview mirror as well. Look, 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 he's coming up on the rearview mirror. There he is. Look. Bastard. Such a cool experience, man. Imagine if you had one of those seats that has the shock resistance motors. They're moving up and down with hydraulics. and some super, like, Thrustmaster racing wheel. Oh, dude, you can totally immerse yourself into this easily, honestly. Look, VR, it's perfect for racing, flight simulations, first-person shooters. There's no question about that. It's perfect for that. So I'm kind of really looking forward to Farpoint to see how that aim gun gonna be. From what I heard, it really feels great. It feels like you're holding that rifle, and the graphics are really good as well. They're top-notch. Takes the full potential of PlayStation 4 Pro. Because remember, the company that developed that game, it's Sony. It's in with partnership with Sony, and they're using full power, full potential of PlayStation 4 Pro. So we're gonna see the best of the best. There's another game that's coming out. It's called My Summer Lesson, but I don't know if that game gonna be released, man. They might push that game back. I don't know. We'll see. And there's another one which I was looking forward to, Star Trek Bridge Commander. They pushed it back till May 30th. We'll see what happens with that. You know, so like I said, there's a bunch of VR games coming out. You know. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.